Good evening, ladies. Today I want to talk about how we can be feminine in school. I hope the first thing I'd like to discuss is cutting people off. I'd hope that by now you all know that suddenly not speaking to somebody is not only rude but very problematic, as it can create a lot of tension and start drama that you really don't need. No matter how toxic that person is, there's no need to just suddenly stop talking to somebody that you are close friends with. You need to start either gradually distancing yourself from her or him, i.e. making an effort to interact with other people in your classes, messaging other people and being more active in other group chats that don't include them. The first thing that you need to do is stop messaging this person individually. You don't need to ignore their texts, but just give them kind of shorter, drier answers. Never associate with them outside of school unless you're with your other friends. So this person, I would never really talk to her online. I would never really meet up with her outside of school, or even I'd never really hang out with her in school, but just by herself, like me and her just alone. Even when I sit next to her in lessons, I don't really speak to her. We don't really have anything in common. There's nothing that I would need to talk to just her about. So even though she's really toxic and things that she does and say, she gets into arguments and things, it doesn't really affect me because I have nothing to do with her. We are basically just friends with the same people. Secondly, is something that I feel like not a lot of people talk about, is don't eat when you're not sat down. I see a lot of girls wandering around, even boys, anybody really, but if you're trying to be feminine, please stop walking around school at lunchtime eating a sandwich out of a plastic bag, or eating a toastie out of a plastic bag, or eating pasta even out of a tub. Don't do it. I don't think that this needs much more explanation, but just don't do it. Remember that your friends are so important. They reflect on you, and they affect how you behave, your values and your morals. It's also very important because you don't want a problematic friend group which are always kind of arguing, people always kind of talking about, what argument you've had next to your group of friends that you will just get along with. My next point is stationery. I feel like stationery reflects so much on you, not just stationery, but your bag, basically just the state of your belongings in general. I am not going to go into too much detail of what exactly I think you should wear, what kind of shoes I think you should have, what kind of pencil case I think you should have, because I think that that's just personal preference and personal style. But what I find really takes away from someone's femininity is signs that they don't look after their belongings. So holes in their bags, holes in their pencil case, especially drawing on their pencil case. I feel like the state of your bag and your shoes, something it could be to do with your financial situation. So I think you should just, if you can't get new shoes because of your financial situation, you can't get a new bag because of your financial situation, just try to make the best that you can do with them, using thread if you have any holes or tears that you need to sew up, or using shoe polish if they're going out of colour or if they're scuffed. But with your pencil case, don't draw on your pencil case, don't poke holes in your pencil case with your pencils. I feel like how you treat your personal belongings is just such a massive reflection on you and how you value yourself. My last piece of advice is to just be a bit quieter. I could talk to you and say, don't be loud, don't be annoying, don't disrupt the class, don't suck up to boys, but all of these problems can just be addressed with a simple statement: just be quieter, just calm down, be more reserved, at least in your classes. How you act with your friends in your own private place, which is why I advise to find somewhere around school, preferably I'd say somewhere kind of away from where people would usually hang out, where you can just be yourself with your friends. But while you're in classes around other people, just do your work. That's all I really have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any more suggestions, please say in the comments, like and subscribe. If you dislike the video, then dislike, I guess. But have a wonderful evening.